A mysterious Twitter account by the name of TheSunVanished has began detailing his creepy experience online after the supposed news report explaining the disappearance of the sun. On April 30, TheSunVanished made his first post simply stating help. The account seems to be very active, making about 6 or 7 posts per day, so I'm gonna add a timeline so no one gets confused about the date of the posts. Now, I'm gonna read off some of the posts he started making from the 30th of April. The posts will be read in chronological order. It's late in the morning and still dark outside. I can hear the tornado sirens in the next county over, but the weather radar is clear. Where is the sun? Then, TheSunVanished posted a news report explaining how the sun has mysteriously disappeared from the sky.
This afternoon, panic is taking hold on the nation in response to the sudden disappearance of the sun, with violent riots taking place in just about every major city. We are receiving an influx of reports of ransacking and looting from New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, Dallas, and Washington, D.C., with hundreds more isolated incidents coming in hourly. The president made a public statement this morning urging people to remain calm and stay in their homes. Meanwhile, experts are claiming this phenomenon to be in a bit similar to New England's Dark Day in 1780, and that things will return back to normal.
On the news report, it is stated that this event is similar to New England's Dark Day, where an unusual darkening of the day sky was observed over the New England states and parts of Canada. The power keeps going out and I keep hearing noises outside, sometimes far away, sometimes close. Following up with another video. I can't sleep. I think the noises outside are gunshots. It is still dark. The news said it would be back to normal by now, but it isn't. Now the news isn't even coming on. TV signal is gone. The noises keep happening outside and I can barely keep track of time anymore. I am honest to God terrified. Then, TheSunVanished made a poll asking his followers if he should go outside or not, to which most people voted yes. He then followed up with another video and a post saying, I went outside, I saw something out there and I can't really explain it, but I can show you. I looked for stars or planets as you all suggested. The sky was absolutely pitch black, could be because of clouds or something else. Still shaking from the short time I was outside. I don't know what that flashing light was, but it was following me. Day 3, still no sign of daylight. It is getting colder. A person just ran by on my street. 2 of the same flashing lights I saw yesterday were following him. They were gone by the time I got my phone out to record. Sorry everyone, reception went out yesterday. I was worried it wouldn't come back on. No signs of activity outside. Come to think of it, it has been a while since I heard a gunshot. Something just flew over my house. I couldn't see it, too dark outside, but a wave of heat just came over me. Feels like the temperature had increased by like 10 or 15 degrees. Just compare the sound of this video to the sound of the helicopter footage I posted a few days ago. Whatever this was, it was definitely not a helicopter. Now, this is where the story begins to get a lot more interesting and a lot more creepy. TheSunVanished introduces us to his friend Danian. This is the first person we've seen TheSunVanished interact with so far. No contact with anyone from his family, just his friend Danian. Oh, thank God, one of my friends is still alive. He just texted me. Dude, please tell me you're still alive. Yes, I'm alive. Where the hell have you been? Why did it take you so long to reach me after I called you like 40 times? I'm sorry, but my phone died and I was just now able to start charging it. You're still at your house, right? Yes. Okay, good. I'm still 2 days drives away from you, but I'm coming to you. I'm not really sure if that's a good idea or not. Why? What have you seen? Dude, you have no idea. Now we have another problem, following up with a picture of a mysterious figure. This guy has been standing completely still with his back towards me. I have no idea for how long he has been standing there. He's still standing there, hasn't moved. TheSunVanished then lets his friend Danian know about this, to which he replies, "Get away from the window, keep all lights off, do not talk to them or let them in, and if you see any flashing lights, hide." Whoever was standing outside is gone now. Then, another video is posted. To those of you asking, I am doing alright, hiding in my room and waiting this out. I haven't heard any more knocking, but I don't want to get anywhere near the front door to check. And don't worry, I have a way to defend myself if worst comes to worst. If anyone knows anything about what is going on, please message me. 911 and other emergency lines are not responding, and the only radio I have is out in the car, so I'm trying to gather as much information online as I can. Then, TheSunVanished starts making contact with his audience. He starts by replying to someone messaging him. Afterwards, someone tweeted this picture at him with the caption, "I don't get it, it's sunny where I am," to which he replied with, "To be completely honest, I have no idea how to explain this." This bit right here is a brilliant move from TheSunVanished in his story. The fact that he included a picture of someone's sunny view as part of his story gives birth to our first theory for what this is all about. Then, more conversations with Danian pop up. "So, I have good news and bad news." Uh-oh. Good news is I'm getting closer to you now. Bad news is I'm out of fuel. There are no active gas stations anywhere close to me, all of the power is down, and all of the gas stations nearby are electric gas pumps. Oh no. How far away are you? Probably still 8 or 9 hours away. Another poll is then made, giving the readers the options to vote for what the next course of action is, the final result being stay safe at home. The next post says, "Someone is screaming outside," followed by another video. More contact with the audience is then made, followed up by another conversation with Danian in which he's asked about avoiding detection. "How are you avoiding detection?" "I'm just staying in the car, it's locked and off at the moment. After I catch a few winks, I'm gonna try and take a look around. Alright, stay safe, always bud, you too." Another post is then made, where TheSunVanished mentioned it's been getting warmer ever since the thing flew over his house, followed up by another conversation with Danian. "Don't worry about me dude, I'll find a way to get to you eventually. I walked around for a couple of hours and haven't seen anyone human or otherwise on the highway, so I'm pretty sure I'll be safe while I figure out what to do. Do you have enough food and supplies?" "Yeah, I have enough, even if I'm stranded here for a while. Don't worry about me, worry about yourself." I'm really surprised the power has stayed on for this long. Only a few outages here and there, but I'm still extremely paranoid that it will go out permanently any time now. You all have been bringing up the solar lights outside. They actually aren't solar. I have them on a timer outside and I can't turn them off without leaving the house. I feel exhausted all the time now. I think my internal clock is completely screwed up. I can see a faint light outside my bedroom window, going downstairs to check it out. You are absolutely sure? Yeah, I'm sure. What street did both of us live on when we were kids? Why? Answer the question. Fraser Road. Okay, we are good. I was looking around and just found this. No earthly idea what it means. Sometimes I feel like I have a good handle on this whole situation and I'm thinking rationally and logically, but other times I just feel like bawling. Day 9. Sorry about that tweet last night. What happened at the window got to me a bit. Anyway, I'm currently in touch with a couple of people with some experience and some info on what's going on. Details soon. Then, we're being introduced to another person, Tucker. This is actually the only person TheSunVanished follows on Twitter, and he's been making some odd posts as well, which we'll be checking out later. So to give you some background, my name is Tucker, I live in Virginia, I was working a night shift when all of this shenanigans went down. Just about to clock out for the day when I realized that the sun wasn't out like it normally was when I clocked out. I kinda shrugged it off at first, but after a few hours I was getting really worried. I lived close to a relatively large city, so you can imagine what I had to go through when the riots started. Long story short, when I was heading out of town to get away from the mess, I met this guy named Flynn who was talking about these things that hunt people down. At this point I didn't believe him, but I started to notice that the crowds and traffic congestion on highways started slowly dissipating. Before you know it, the roads were completely empty. Terrifying shit. Flynn and I started traveling together after that. We had been finding dark places to hide, enough food and water to stay alive. We were doing pretty good for the first week. But then, just a few days ago, he came back inside after taking a leak and started losing it. He kept going on and on, just talking nonsense. It went on for days, and I was worried that all the stress from this situation got to him. But one day it all stopped and he wouldn't even speak, wouldn't even acknowledge me. He just stood there like a statue for probably full 12 hours. Then he attacked me out of nowhere. I tried and tried to keep him away, but he just wouldn't stop. I had to stop him. There was nothing else I could do. Anyway, I've been living on my own for the past couple of days. It has been tough, but thankfully I found an area with power and internet, which is why I can talk to you. Thank you for sharing your story. I'm really sorry to hear about Flynn. Please share my story. I want people to know what happened. So, Tucker seems to have revealed quite a lot about what's going on. The supposed things that hunt you down is most likely what TheSunVanished witnessed outside his home, and we now know that you can't turn into one of them, as it happened to Tucker's friend Flynn. What causes it, however, is still unknown. While I've been trying to collect info online, I completely forgot to check in on Damien yesterday. He still hasn't responded to any of my texts. I am hearing noises outside again. I swear to God it sounds like someone is banging on my door, but there is no way in hell I'm going downstairs to check. It got in. I don't know how, but it got in. I am hiding. I'm sorry if I am gone for a while. I have to stay hidden and keep my phone off. It produces light. I am so sorry. It's finally gone. I think I'm safe now. I have no idea how, but the front door is unlocked and wide open. The alarm never came on either. I guess it got reset during one of the blackouts. Some good news for once. Damien is back. Before you all ask, he seems to be in his right mind. I need to get serious about securing my house. It's primitive, I know, but it's a first step, and apparently more reliable than my alarm system. Let me know if you have some other ideas to keep my house secure. My windows don't have curtains. I'm gonna have to find a creative way to block out any light coming from outside. It's getting colder again. I'm running low on food and water. I feel like I could sleep for a week. I found a car with a decent amount of gas in the tank. All I need is a siphon. Don't worry, bud. I'll be there soon. I have a confession to make. I've been keeping something from you all. Over the course of the last week, I've been increasingly paranoid about someone or something coming into my house while I'm sleeping. And I don't think it's one of those lights. It feels different. I can't explain it, but I can sense it. And last night, after I put cans on door handles, I've been waking up to clanging sounds. But I'm not certain if it's real or just my imagination. So now it's time to put my paranoia to the test. If the floor is disturbed, we will know. The person from British Columbia who messaged me earlier just sent me this. Upon enhancing the image a little bit, we can see what looks like a shadowy figure. I had a nightmare about that picture. Just woke up to more screaming outside. The screaming isn't like last time, very sporadic. I can't tell where is it coming from. The floor is untouched. I keep trying to record the screaming when I hear it, but the microphone isn't even picking it up. I think the screaming is coming from the neighbor's house. Then, TheSunVanished posted another conversation with Danian, asking him what appears to be a security question, to which Danian seems to be very confused about. This is where most followers of the story started having doubts about Danian. I know you all don't trust Danian. I've been reading your tweets and messages, but I can't bring myself to confront him. He's my friend. I don't have an abundance of those right now. The person who sent me the picture a few nights ago hasn't responded. The floor test hasn't worked yet. The reoccurring screaming outside, I'm about ready to snap. Danian then asks our character for his address, to which he gets no response. A poll is also made where results say he should not trust Danian. Answer my question, what year did we graduate high school? But we don't have time for this. Answer my question. Are you okay? I'm fine. I'm sorry to say this, but I'm not sure I trust you. Likewise. Since you all won't stop DMing me about updates, here's updates for you. I haven't slept since the screaming, ran out of bottled water days ago, been drinking from the faucet, very close to running out of food too, and I hope losing my only close friend will be worth it. Happy? I just woke up and came downstairs to this. Oh my god. I don't know if it is Danian, I don't know if it is someone else, but I don't plan on sticking around to find out. It's not safe here anymore. I'm packing up and I'm leaving. It's been in the back of my mind for a while, but I'm heading out to the neighbor's house where I've been hearing the screaming. Wish me luck. I'm staying low and staying away from the headlights and other light sources, using my flashlight sparingly. This is where I heard the screaming. I'm sure of it. I found fresh food and water here. Checked every room to be sure I'm alone. It's not just in my head. I know I heard screaming. It was ongoing, and I'm glad I came to investigate because now I had food, water, and a safer place to stay. There have been no signs of activity outside whatsoever. I've been taking a break from the internet a bit, trying to recuperate myself. My mind is much clearer now than it has been before. I don't know what the catalyst was, but something changed when I left my home. What's going on, Tucker? Please message me. I think I discovered something interesting. I need to do an experiment to make sure. Details soon. And this is where the posts end for now. The account is still really active, so we can expect more posts anytime soon. But for now, let's see what we have so far. Tucker, the person who contacted our main character previously in the story, has been replying to several tweets and revealing some information he has. Upon asked about TheSunVanished, he replied, he has refused to tell me his name or his location yet. All I know is that he said his state is close to Virginia. A user then asks, how many other people are dealing with this? How widespread is this? It's global, but the majority of people are without power and therefore internet. Even more of a majority aren't themselves anymore. That's why news, government, everything stopped. We are the lucky few. His latest post said, I can see a blue light coming from the crack under my door. So, now that we roughly have an idea of what's going on, what could be the possible explanation for this? An answer can be found in the tweet TheSunVanished replied to, where a user sent him a picture of daylight asking him to explain, to which he replied saying he has no idea how to explain it. If that is the case, then TheSunVanished, Tucker and Danian live in parallel universes from us, but can somehow contact us through internet. It could also mean that Tucker and Danian are in different realities and will not be able to meet with TheSunVanished. There is an apparent red light that is to be avoided. However, Tucker said he saw a blue light coming from under his door, which could indicate towards different universes. There is also another account called Look Into the Light who's been claiming our main characters are liars and that light is to be trusted. However, this is still skeptical at the moment. If Danian has in fact turned into one of the things trying to hunt you down, then it doesn't really make sense that he will be able to use the internet and communicate with TheSunVanished. From what we heard from Tucker, his friend that got infected wouldn't speak or acknowledge him. All we can do right now is sit and wait for more activity from our characters. I will be following this case, and if anything major or interesting happens, I will make an update. Until then, shut your windows, lock your doors, and beware of the light.